Poy Erram and Machine Gun Kelly. Congratulations and welcome to the game.
Evening, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Poy, I want to start with you. So sinabi nga natin kanina, full circle na to. The team that drafted you is the team you win a championship with. Did that sink into your mind? Kasi nakita kita sa celebrations kasi snow angel ka on the floor. And I can only think of what you were going through.
Very thankful and very emotional kasi yun nga. Yung unang championship ko is yung sa team na nag-draft sa akin, sa TNT. I think it's a blessing in disguise din na hindi ako nakalaro nung year na nag-draft nila ako kasi it gives me a chance to prove myself sa ibang team. And then yun, nakita nila yung value ko as a player. So, and they took advantage of it. And gumawa sila ng paraan para makuha ko sa TNT. And yun nga, nagbunga lahat ng pinaghirapan namin. And for me, winning my first championship with that team that drafted me, sobrang saya and sobrang tagal din sobrang tagal ng process na yun. Pero yun nga, sobrang nakakaiyak lang.
A very inspiring story indeed, Poy. Now, you naman, Kelly, yours is a pretty different story because you actually announced your retirement back in 2020, but life had other plans. You're back, you returned to TNT, and now you're a champion once again. What does this title mean to you, and how was that whole journey like?
It's definitely one of my most memorable ones. All things considered, obviously with the pandemic, with retiring, and just the ups and downs in the past couple of years that we've all had to navigate and get through. So, to get the call from Chot, to get the go signal from the organization, and for them to put their trust in me and bring me back, and us to get this championship, and to be part of the team with these amazing players like Poy and Rod, just all the guys, and seeing them grow and seeing them work, it inspires me every day, to come in and give my all. So I'm just really, and the most overused word for me, you asked what's been happening since the championship, the most overused word for me has been just grateful. And it's just an amazing opportunity, and to win with these guys, I couldn't be happier.
Kelly, we know that you're a warrior, and we know the type of pain that you had to go through throughout the entire finals journey, throughout this entire conference, actually. And when the final whistle blew, when the final buzzer blew, we all felt that, okay, you could finally get some rest. How much feeling came into your body as soon as you were allowed to allow yourself to feel that? And we saw you struggle, go to the mic just to get interviewed afterwards. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, well, I'm feeling great now. The funny thing about that was about a minute left in the fourth quarter. I was already telling the guys, like, hey, do not jump on me. Don't push me. Don't shake my hand too hard. So I couldn't celebrate the way I would want it to. But, again, it's one of those things where there's really no greater feeling, to win it at the highest level here in the Philippines and see everything that you've worked for months and years in your career to see it come to fruition and come together the way that it did for us. It doesn't get old, and it always feels fresh. And the goal is always to continue doing it and to make a tradition out of winning, and I think more importantly, make a tradition out of seeing players grow as men and as human beings all together.
Boy, first championship. I remember the last finals against Barangay Ginebra last time around. You actually had an episode wherein you had to leave the playing court and there was a shortness of breath. But then a year later, a conference later, you're now a champion. And parang it's such a stark contrast of where you were then and where you are now. How did you get stronger throughout this past year since that time and that validated na champion ka ngayon?
Obviously, my family, siyempre, sila talaga yung tumulong sa akin to overcome kung ano nga yung nangyari last year. Pero siyempre, sobrang thankful din ako sa management, nila Boss MVP, Boss Ricky Vargas, Boss Al, and kay Commissioner. Com Willie. Laki talagang natulong nila sa akin on my personal growth. Kaya talagang kahit ako na parang I'm amazed din to myself kung paano ako nag-mature actually. Paano nag-mature yung isang Poy Erram since last year. And then plus nadagdagan pa ng mga veterans sa tumutulong sa akin. Sila Kuya Kelly, sila Kuya Ryan, Kuya Jason, and plus Coach Shot. Sobrang laki ng tulong nila sa akin. So talagang thankful ako and wala ko ibang gagawin kundi magpasalamat sa kanila kasi sila talaga yung tumulong sa akin para maging better person. Not just a player but a better person.
Now, Kelly, you know, with younger guys like Poy, this is their first championship. You, on the other hand, you are a 7-time PBA champion with a long list of achievements. Now, how does this, you know, fuel that fire, that latest championship of yours? How does it fuel your fire? Does it add to that love for basketball to keep pushing you further?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, when I was retired, everyone asked, you know, do you still want to play? It's the fire was always there, and I still had what I call the stuff in the basement to want to play. It's just sometimes things don't work out the way you want it to all the time, right? So, you know, and especially obviously coming back. I'm 39 years old. This isn't the typical situation for you know, for a coach to believe in a player at this stage of the game as much as Chot has with me, and for the organization to have my back the way that they have since I've been back. Well, since I've been with them, but especially now since I've been back. You know, it's like I said, I'm just grateful. This is amazing opportunity. But then obviously, on the other end of that spectrum, you know, being older, haven't had played at a certain level the last several years for different reasons. You know, you hear the mumbles and the murmurs of, you know, he's too old, or, you know, he should have stayed retired and this and that. And I don't really listen to stuff like that. It doesn't, you know, change who I am or whatever. But there's a little end of that where it's like, okay, you can believe that if you want, but I'm gonna show you something a little bit different. So I think as a competitor, and any competitor will say the same, that's always going to be there. I think I'll have that competitive nature till I'm, you know, on my deathbed. You know, when I'm 50, 60, I'll probably be watching the PBA games like, I feel like I can get about 6 boards. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get you.
That's always going to be there. Yeah.
You know, it's funny kasi Poy, I think you can agree with me here. Kelly does not look 39. He doesn't play like he's 39.
Definitely not.
And you told us a bit about that.
Tell me
Okay.
more.
You got a lot of lessons from guys like Kelly and more veteran presence in the team right now. And boy, what's the biggest thing that you learned from Kelly in particular? Kasi nandito na siya. Let's pretend that he's not here though. What are the best things Kelly Williams taught you to become a champion this season?
I think more on the skills. It's more of the on how to be mature and how to handle yourself outside the basketball. Kasi playing basketball, maraming tutulong sa'yo eh. Pero outside the basketball, talagang you just kailangan sarili mo lang talaga eh, di ba?
Yeah.
So, more than the skills talagang yung magiging maayos na teammate. Kasi pag maayos ka na tao, maayos ka na teammate, magre-reflect yun sa team mo eh, and then makakatulong yun. So, mas makikita ng teammate mo na mas magpagkakatiwalaan ka nila. So sa game, nagtatranslate yun. So every time na may ginagawa sila, may ginagawa ako, nagkakatiwalaan nila ako. Alam nila na I'm not gonna do anything stupid to parang masira yung chemistry ng team, masira yung pinag-prepare ng team, para hindi masira yung kung ano man yung goal namin, which is to win a championship, di ba? So yun talaga yung in-advise sa akin ni Kuya Kelly every time na kailangan ayusin mo yung sarili mo, kailangan i-handle mo na maayos kasi hindi lang naman yan para sa'yo, kundi para sa team and para sa pamilya. And yun nga, para din sa company na nagsusuporta sa'yo, para ko sa'yo.